What up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Morales Jr. and today I am joined by a special guest. We got pro boxer Alex Martin. What up, Alex?
What's up, bro?
Doing well, man. Thank you so much for the time. Before we get started, I want to show a clip of some of your fights so people that aren't too familiar with Alex Martin get a feel for your fighting style. So without further ado, let's roll that clip.
Okay.
Some slick boxing, and that shot out on Michael McKisson is one of my favorites. Just a straight, right hand.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, Alex. So the first question I got for you is, how did you get into boxing?
I started boxing. Soon for I got into boxing. Gym opened up in Chicago, and sign up. I'll get in trouble and I'll try to bad, so people been jumping from there. Last day of school. Actually, my last day of school, my last day of sixth grade was my first day in the boxing gym. I got into a street fight right after school, right before I went to the boxing gym. So I think that was the best thing for me.
There you go. And then, how did you end up getting the name Chi-Town Heat? Alex, you're coming in a little choppy. Hey, can you hear us, Alex?
Yeah, I can hear you. Could you hear me?
Yeah, but it was breaking up. It's like a little choppy, so I don't know if it's the reception.
Okay. I said everybody that know me know I don't like to be cold. One day we was in Florida, boxing in Florida, and the hotel was hot in Florida. In the hotel, I put the heat on full blast everybody called me Chi-Town Heat because I don't like to be cold.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was way off from my guess. I was gonna think of something related to maybe you were a rapper back in the day, or you produced beats and you dropped that heat. But that also makes sense.
All right, that's how I got the name.
Perfect. And then I was looking at your amateur record. Looks like you got names like Regis Prograis and Errol Spence back in your amateur days. What do you recall from those fights?
I can't hear
you. So I saw in the amateurs you fought Regis Prograis and Errol Spence. What do you recall from those fights?
Regis Prograis, I thought I won the Regis Prograis fight. I was going into the third round. This is the USA Championships. I think that was 2012. I don't remember. Yeah, I think 2011 or 2012. But I remember I was winning the fight going into the third round. I remember he really barely touched me in the third round. And I thought I would stay away because they used to go by crazy scoring. Then they used to go by the computer scoring where the white part of the glove got to touch your face for you to get an effective blow. And I don't remember him touching me in the third round. And then all of a sudden he won by 1 point. So I thought I won that fight. Errol Spence, on the other hand, Errol Spence's fight was competitive, but I thought he edged it in the USA Championships. But not a lot of other big names I fought. I fought other big names. Tony Harrison. I beat Tony Harrison. That one that beat Charlo. I beat him in a ringside tournament. I beat him for the ringside championship. Patrick Day. I fought Patrick Day, the late great Patrick Day, RIP. I fought him. And yeah.
Cool. And
Adrian Fernandez, I fought him a million times.
And then I saw in your pro career, you had 2 fights with Miguel Cruz. The first one being very controversial. That was a decision loss that many felt you won. What about his style made him difficult?
What about his fights?
What about Miguel Cruz style made him difficult, at least in the second fight?
The second fight really wasn't difficult. I went there with a chip on my shoulder trying to knock him out. And I should have just did the same thing I did the second fight that I did in the first fight to follow the game. But I went in there trying to knock him out, trying to trade with him. And got hit with an early punch, off balance, whatever you want to call it, and got dropped in the first round. And I just didn't fight smart the rest of the way because I was fighting off emotions and everything, trying to fight through there. Because I knew I was going. I was thinking, hey, they robbed me the first time, they'll rob me again. So I was trying to
Right.
knock them out, which I shouldn't have did. I should have
Yeah.
just did what I did the first fight.
Absolutely. Like I ain't trying to leave it to the judges.
Yeah,
I was reading an article about how you kind of met your coach and manager, Joe Sagarino. I believe he reached out to you in Instagram first, if I recall correctly. Can you kind
yeah,
of
it
tell
was
us a little bit
Instagram.
more about that story?
Reached out to me Instagram. A lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna give you an inside scoop on this.
Drop it.
That right before he reached out to me, I was having problems with my relationship. I was my son, my we was going through a lot, like for real. And we wound up separating, and I wound up seeing somebody else, and she didn't like that. She was on me, like for real. She the one gave me the idea. You should go to New York, but I didn't take my son away, take my son out of the state. Took my son out of
Hmm.
the state operation as I went to New York. So as the Joe shot me, and I went to New York, she's going for the longest, still in court for that. But that's how I winded up in New York. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have went.
Yeah, that's thanks for the backstory. I also wanted to ask you about your most recent win over Henry Lundy. That was a fight you were knocked down early, and you came back and won convincingly. And Henry Lundy has been in with the top talent like Terrence Crawford, Jose Cepeda, Victor Paulson, to name a few. How big was that win for you against Henry Lundy?
So I really didn't want to fight. Like, uh, just be first all ideas. He got a CJ. I really
So what was that, Alex? You were cutting off. You didn't really want to fight Henry Lundy.
fight CJ a week before. It was on my whole week. Whole week. I really want to fight.
Gotcha. All right. And then yeah, apologies for Alex. I think you coming in, coming out, you're cutting out. Can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me, Alex? All right, yeah, because the connection's coming off pretty bad. You mind dropping off and trying to join again? See if that helps with the connection. Yeah, apologies everybody, the technical difficulties. All right, for those that are just joining us, we're interviewing Alex Martin, but we're having issues with his connection. It sounds like he's giving some awesome responses, but we hear every other word. So fortunately, he dropped off, but he's gonna try to join and see if that helps things. So far we talked about his amateur career. He fought Regis Prograis in the amateurs, and he felt he edged that. He also fought Errol Spence in the amateurs. That fight, he feels like Spence deserved the win. And all right, here we go. I think Alex is back. Yo, can you hear me? All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear us, Alex? I think we're still having connection issues. I don't know if it's the StreamYard server or your reception on your end. Can you hear me, Alex, or am I chopping up as well? All right, we'll see if Alex can join us again and make it work. Let me see if he's messaging me anything right now at the moment. All right, I think we got a few live chats. Sorry, I forget them. Skywalker salute. Tell him close out everything in the background on his phone. And close out all tabs. Make sure you open it with Safari or Chrome. Yeah, let me actually message him that in the chat, see if that helps things, because definitely StreamYard is one of those programs that if you have other things running the backgrounds, it doesn't play nicely. So let me message him, make sure he's on the right thing. All right, so it's cut out. All right, so he's on an Android using. He's got to use Chrome. He's on Android. Skywalker saying StreamYard smooth on 5G, preferably Wi-Fi, but got to have the tabs closed out. Apologies. I guess while we wait, I will play my intro so I can send the new link for the one person watching this, which is probably you, Skywalker. Thank you for troubleshooting this with me. It's bound to happen when you have trying to connect with other people. And we are back. Just sent the link over to Alex on a different email. He'll be trying to join again, this time via his Chrome browser. Hopefully that fixes things. And we can get going with the interview. Skywalker, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then an interesting tidbit too as well, while we wait for Alex to jump back on again. I did ask him how he got his nickname Chi-Town Heat. And it's not because he's a musician or a producer dropping hot tracks. It has to do with him not liking to be cold. So I think he was at a hotel with a lot of his friends, and he turned on the heat, and it just kind of stuck with it. All right, there we go. We got Alex back.
I'm back.
Alex, you're back.
Oh, yeah.
And this is so much better. All right, perfect. So basically, we had just asked you about your win over Henry Lundy, and I think we heard you that you really didn't want to fight him. Is that right?
Yeah, I really didn't want to fight. My brother passed away a week before from seizures.
Oh, I'm
He
sorry
had
to
a
hear that,
seizure
man.
and passed away. RIP to my brother. Got the puzzle piece. He worked on puzzle, dollar bill. Always wear a hat. Always got to be with me.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yep.
And you basically gave him a win. So RP to your brother, and you won that fight convincingly.
I wish I would have got the knockout because that's what I was going for, the knockout for him, but
Okay.
it didn't happen that way. My mind wasn't clear going into that fight. Like I said, I didn't want to fight that fight because
Yeah.
of the circumstance. The whole week, I didn't even train the whole week, really. When I found the news out, I was in New York. When I found the news out training, and I flew home to Chicago to just support my dad because that was my dad
Right.
partner in crime. Like, for real, they was everywhere together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
And
it was
then
a bad loss.
Alex, which weight class do you plan on staying with at? Because I know for the McKinson fight you went up to 147, but I think you're back down to 140. Is that where you're going to stay at now?
Nah, actually, I'm a 35 pounder. I'll be 140 easy.
Okay.
Yeah, because I fought 35 against Joseph Luis. Well, 37 was catch weight. Was my plan was going to 35. Then I'm like, when I'm gonna fight again? I wanted to get Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia wound up fighting to go, which I would have gave a way better, put up a way better performance than Emmanuel to go, because Emmanuel to go fought real scary, and really didn't even. I mean, he went the distance with him. I wouldn't say did good, but he did went the distance with him. He was in survival mode the whole time. But I feel like I want to stay at 135, and there's a lot of big names I want to fight at 135, and I want the belt at 130. I want all the belts at 135. Why wouldn't I
That's
be boxing if I didn't?
yeah. I mean, and honestly, that's a hot division, 135. So that's the one to be at. That's a lot of
Yep.
great fights
Yep.
there, for sure, for
Yep.
sure. So what's it like being signed to Golden Boy? I know they get a bad rep. I think Charlo had mentioned that they don't really represent black fighters all that well. But what has been your experience signing with Golden Boy?
Golden Boy haven't been bad to me. They haven't. I mean, been better than I was with PBC, and I think Golden Boy worked with me better than PBC worked with me. I mean, I got better paydays from Golden Boy than I did with PBC. And PBC not. I mean, Golden Boy not putting me up against a guy that's 13-0, while I'm 13-0 in their hometown. So that's what happened with me. I'm fighting a guy 13-0, and I'm 13-0 in his hometown. But me, I ain't gonna say no. I'm not gonna say. I'm not turning down no fight. You ain't never hit me turn down a fight.
There you
I don't
go,
care
man.
who it is.
Fighters mentality, right?
Yeah. They said, "Hey, you want to fight Miguel Cruz in Florida?" Well, I think it was in Miami. He's from Orlando. Like, yeah, I'll fight him. I don't care. And I looked at the tape. I'm like, yeah, I definitely fight him. I see too many flaws in his defense. So yeah, I definitely fight him.
Yeah. And then talking about your next fight, do you have a target date in mind for your return?
November. We back on November. It's supposed to be November 5th, but I don't look like it's gonna be November 5th. So we're probably looking at November 19th, either November, late November, early December for sure. I'm gonna
Awesome.
fight
And
one
then
more time before the year is out.
there you go. And do you have your opponent picked out for November, or still weighing your options?
Nah, whoever they give me, like for real. I'll be
Yeah, for
ready.
sure.
I'm in the gym training hard right now.
Absolutely.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I took that McKinson fight on 2-day notice, but all that week I'm not in the gym, eating Oreos, drinking root beer, not getting no sleep. Like, yeah. But then they called me and I'm like, yeah, I'll take it for real.
Yeah, and I heard you as well in another interview that you would even fight Virgil Ortiz Jr. You said like, yeah, bring him on. So anybody can get it, right? Oh no, looks like we lost you, Alex. You still there, Alex?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, I'm here.
So I know we have a hard stop at 6, so I'm just gonna ask you a few more questions before we wrap up. What's the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, Alex?
Probably Brian Perella. I fought Brian Perella. That was a big dude, man. I couldn't believe when we jumped in the ring how much bigger he was than me. You know how you put on weight the next day. This dude had to put on 20, 25 pounds the next day because he looked like a middleweight neck with me, and I put on like 3 pounds. That's how I knew I ain't blowing at 147. But I don't know.
There you go. And then
Them 147s was coming down from one. Sometimes some of them was coming down from as much as 180. I was coming down from 152 fight 147. So I knew I ain't blowing at 147.
Yeah, you're like that wrong weight
And
class
then
for
I
me.
was even with the people I was fighting, I was like I was A-side on. I mean, I'm hitting them and they just looking at me like I'm crazy, like you can't, like I can't punch or something. So I'm like, yeah, I don't belong at this way.
For sure. And then who's your favorite boxer growing up? Oh no, I think we lost you for a little bit.
You hear?
Yeah, I'm still here. You hear the
I
question,
said, yeah.
Alex?
I said it was Winky Wright. Was my favorite boxer coming up.
I think you're right. There you go, man. There you go. I think you're right.
Yep.
And then just kind of as a final question to you, Alex, what do you like to do outside of boxing? What are your interests and hobbies?
Playing basketball.
Yeah, can't go wrong with b-ball.
Boxing, chess,
All right, I think you cut out at the last second, Alex. What else did you say outside of basketball? Yo, can you hear me, Alex?
Are you here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
I said boxing,
All
chess,
right,
and video game. Boxing, chess, and video game.
there you go.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Alex, I would definitely love to get you back on when we have more time and we can figure out the audio issues because I got a ton more questions that I want to ask you. But we'll definitely have to link up and do it again so we can, get those questions asked. In the meantime, you want to kind of give a shout out or any message to your fans, your sponsors?
First of all, I want to say RIP to my brother William Henry Martin. It's gonna be hard without him. Next fight, I take every fight. I mean, I go into every fight with him on my back, like for real. Got to carry him to every fight and think about him, not forget him. And got to fight for him every fight. I want to shout out to my son, Alex Martin III. I haven't seen him in over a year due to some circumstances that's not under my control, but hopefully I get some type of parenting time with him. And all over the world. And all over the world, period. That's it.
Absolutely. All right, perfect. Well, Alex, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. I know you're squeezing us in right before your training. Best of luck in your career, brother, and let's link up around November so we can talk about your next fight.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Alex. Take care.
All right.
Bye.